First and foremost, join me in acknowledging that today's virtual graduation is taking place on Dakota land and is also called home by the Anishinaabe people. It is our responsibility to educate ourselves of these ancestral lands and the original peoples, to better understand that the stewards and caretakers of these lands have dealt with an appalling amount of inequities in Native Indigenous communities for generations. COVID-19 has disproportionately affected Native, Indigenous, Black, and Brown communities. A few ways you can support is by donating money or supplies to the International Indigenous Youth Council and Seeding Sovereignty, who are gathering and sending supplies to various reservations. You can also continue to support local Indigenous businesses and show up in solidarity for Native issues, movements, and actions, as they are inherently good for all of humanity.
Good evening, parents, family members, and special guests. As we begin this extraordinary graduation ceremony, I want to share a couple of things with you before we welcome our graduates. 7 years ago, after a structural change to our school, we welcomed back our 6th grade class, this year's current graduating class, which had been cut from our program the previous year. We weren't sure if we would get enough students to enroll to even have a 6th grade class, but fortunately we did, and from there, so many firsts for all began. I am beginning our graduation ceremony this year from the 8th floor of 65 Kellogg Boulevard. There are a lot of meaningful memories associated with this space that overlooks the Mississippi River, Harriet Island, and the West Side Bluffs that currently is our home. While not all of our graduates started their journey at OWL here at this building, this is where it began, with some uncertainty for this extraordinary class. In many ways, in preparation for this evening, I have personally been going through old memories and photos, as I have a senior graduating tonight, and what stands out is how much our graduates have developed throughout these years, and how it has shaped our schools, each year growing stronger and stronger with the addition of new students and families. So it was with this backdrop that I invite you to join me in honoring the Open World Learning Community class of 2020. On behalf of the Open World Learning community, I would like to welcome you to this special and historic occasion. I would like to formally recognize Assistant Superintendent Joshua Delich, St. Paul School Board Director Jessica Kopp, who will be providing greetings from the St. Paul School District Administration and School Board. I would also like to recognize St. Paul School Board Director Steve Marchese, who will be conferring the diplomas this evening. While I, like our graduates and their families, are sad that we cannot celebrate the accomplishments of our seniors in person this evening, I am hopeful that this graduation ceremony is reaching loved ones across the country and even the world. As the principal and parent of one of our graduates, I've had to push myself to get beyond the negatives of this situation and seek out the bright spots. I hope that one of these bright spots is that tonight's graduation is reaching far and wide, and that our graduates are able to share tonight with those who might not have been able to make it otherwise. While we may not be able to physically be together this evening, we are together, and the significance is no different. You have earned this diploma by your hard work and perseverance. Tonight we are here to officially say you are a graduate. We are also here, though, to hear your voices. Open World Learning Community graduations are special because you are able to share and honor your experiences and perspectives. Tonight is no different. So come together, get comfortable, and revel in our graduates as we begin this special evening. I couldn't be prouder of this graduating class, and I know that you will remember this night for what it is, a celebration of your tremendous work and accomplishment. At this time, I would like to welcome our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Delich, followed by St. Paul School Board Director, Jessica Kopp.
Hello, class of 2020 and all of our attending folks. So glad that you are here, and we look forward to celebrating this amazing day with you. Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm Dr. Delich, one of the assistant superintendents here in St. Paul Public Schools. I'm betting that not many of you could even imagine when you first started high school 4 years ago what it was going to be like and how it is today. The world has changed so much in such a short amount of time, and the circumstances compel us to gather like we are today, somewhat live on a device. I really wish we were all together in a large auditorium, cheering, yelling, and applauding and laughing as we have done in the past. I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the losses that we have experienced during this time, some large and small. And some of us have lost friends and family. And to many of us, we may feel as though we have lost the pomp and circumstance, and that stinks. Frankly, this pandemic stinks. Principal Gundel and colleagues, families, and of course, our 2020 graduates of OWL, congratulations to you all. You have different backgrounds, experiences, and dreams. Today, you are moving out of the world and into a larger place with even more opportunities and the unexpected. You have made plans, next steps, perhaps attending college, near or far, entering trades, certificate programs, starting a business, or even maybe enlisting in the military. In the past, I would have talked to you about the exciting adventures awaiting you, but they can still be there. It just might be a little bit different at the present time. And of course, there are adventures ahead of you, but their nature and their timing, it might just have to wait a little bit. The fact is that many of us may be called upon to do something that nobody likes to do, which right now it might be just pausing. And especially for you amazing, talented young students in the class of 2020 who are eager to start and get going on your adventures and your careers. But we might have to wait a little bit. We may not want to. We didn't think we have to, and we might need to. Not all of you will need to wait to take your next steps. And even if you do, waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. For those of you whose plans are temporarily on hold, you can go forth and do good and even do amazing things. Last I heard, there are plenty of openings out there for amazing 2020 graduates just like you. Find a way to be one. Help your family, your neighbor, your community. Get involved with a candidate. Vote. Whatever you feel, make that dream come true. To all of you, continue to stay open to the amazing world in which we have around us. And expect that everything you do when this crisis is over, not today, maybe it's not tomorrow, maybe it's not next month, maybe it's a year from now, but when it is over, the world will be changed because of you, and it will continue to be better. You will be a part of that amazing change. Again, congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you for the amazing contribution that you have done as you've etched yourself into this amazing school district. Thank you. We look forward to the amazing accomplishments that you have in store. Congratulations.
Graduates, families, open world learning community, educators, and staff. It is my privilege to bring congratulations from the St. Paul Board of Education to the OWL class of 2020. Like you, I wish we were celebrating together in person. I hope that all of us gathering remotely today will find both meaning and joy in this shared celebration. I'm here to congratulate you, of course, but also to provide you with some context for your achievement. There are 43 students in this year's Open World Learning Community graduating class. For the 10th year, 100% of you have been accepted to a college or university. 70% of this graduating class are going to 4-year institutions, 30% of you to 2-year institutions. And your class has completed 15,000 hours of community and school service. The schools you'll attend include St. Olaf College, University of Minnesota, Middlebury College, Luther College, Pace University, University of St. Thomas, Colorado State University, St. John's University, Columbia College of Chicago, Metropolitan State University, Mankato University, Washington State University, Macalester College, Whitman College, Morris University, University of Arizona, Binghamton University, Century College, and St. Paul College. Whether you have spent the last 13 years in our St. Paul Public Schools or joined us at some point along the way, I thank you and your families for being part of the SPPS family. You are an important part of our shared story, and it has been an honor and a privilege to spend this time with you. I hope you leave with friendship, knowledge, and many happy memories. I also hope for each of you that your time in our schools, and most recently at OWL, has prepared you for whatever comes next. I hope you carry your strong spirit of service with you wherever you go, that you share your time, talent, and love with whatever communities you call home. I hope that you will be flexible, curious, and courageous, and that you'll remember all the big and small successes you've had. It's true that at times you may have stumbled, maybe even fell down. It's also true that you got back up and kept going. That says a lot about you. The people who love you, your school communities, your friends, your families are rooting for your continued success. I am too. We are in a moment of history none of us will forget. Life as we know it has changed and continues to change, and you are going into the wider world in a time of great transformation. That might feel scary. Here's the good news. You are exactly the right people to shape what happens next. Your education, your experience, your drive, and your goodness will make the world more connected, more compassionate, and more just. You are unlike anyone else who has ever lived, and I am excited to live in the world you create. When you woke up this morning, you were a senior in high school. When you go to bed tonight, you will be a high school graduate. And when you wake up tomorrow, your promising and beautiful future will be waiting for you. Please don't forget where you came from, but don't be afraid to go someplace new. Keep your head up, do your best, and always keep going, knowing that our support and love go with you always. Congratulations, graduates. We are so proud of you.
Sup, class of 2020. I've been given the nickname Miss Frizzle, and the analogy isn't hard to understand. Back when you were 6th graders, I taught science, and I've always taken students on no shortage of field trips. Remember when you were freshmen and we went to Camp St. Croix together? We had a chat around a fire when we were there about how 4 years till graduation were going to be both the fastest and slowest times of your lives. We talked about how not all of you were going to make it to that stage at St. Kate's, for one reason or another. Turns out none of us are going to make it this year. Kind of funny how life works out, isn't it? But it's like what Miss Frizzle always says. Take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Let's start with taking chances. We made your grade work so hard. We're not sorry about that, but we just want to acknowledge that we did. We took chances on you. You presented to the Science Museum, sang choir concerts, wrote a grant, presented to members of the Senate, wrote infographics and children's books, and worked really, really hard. As teachers, we never quite knew what was going to work and what wasn't. We'd try things out and see what stuck. You're going to have to take a lot of chances. Not all of them are going to stick, but you won't know how they work out until you try. Which leads us into making mistakes. I'm a math teacher, but I can say that one of the biggest and most impactful ways I have messed up is when I have been trying to order things. I have ordered food to feed 300 people. I have royally messed up trying to order food for 300 people. It turns out that the serving of a corn dog is not one per person. Go figure. Perhaps you remember this year's Valentine's Day dance. We ran out of pizza before the high schoolers even got there. I'll own that mistake. My bad. Wish I'd gotten the opportunity to mess up the food for prom this year. Double check your numbers though and keep a budget. But be forgiving when other people make mistakes. Forgive yourself too. Though it can be easy to get angry over problems that arise, at some point, problems just provide the opportunity for more creative solutions, which can often cause you to get messy. The world is messy. You've dug pits, you've pulled up invasive species, you've crawled in dusty, dirty crawl spaces and filled potholes. Hard work sometimes involves getting sweaty, and that can be the absolute best, or when the absolute best memories are made. It's a really messy time to be alive. Perfectly laid plans of college, careers, and beyond have all been thrown in the air. Though people warn of the stereotype of living in the suburbs with 2 kids and a white picket fence and a dog, as the American dream, your American dream has the opportunity to get redefined under a different set of constraints. It's likely going to be chaotic for some time to come. How much can you embrace that chaos? How many good changes can we make out of these terribly awful times? It's going to be challenging, but maybe it's okay too. Get messy. Congratulations, OWL Class of 2020. Go out there while maintaining social distancing and do great things. You will be missed. It wasn't supposed to end like this.
Hello, my name is Luke Turvold, Social Studies teacher at OWL. Greetings to family, friends, the greater OWL community, and to the class of 2020. You were my first class of 9th graders at OWL 4 years ago, and that is how I most remember you. We spent a lot of time together right here in this classroom over the next 2 years. It's strange now, recording this in an empty classroom staring at a camera, not seeing your faces. I wish I could see you all right now. Writing this speech, I would close my eyes and try to imagine your group. And when I did, I couldn't help but see you as a bunch of 14 and 15-year-olds, which time and experience has taught me are not always everyone's best years. But I have come to appreciate them. Before my first day teaching at OWL 4 years ago, Nora briefed me on this new group of 9th graders. She told me I was lucky to be starting with them. You're gonna love these kids. They're with it, she said. With it. I've never forgotten that. What she meant was that even as young teens, you were collectively awake to the world around you. You could take a challenging situation and manage it. You could make do. Teachers appreciate that. And Nora was right. I so enjoyed having you as students. Yes, maybe you were a bit louder, more impulsive, brash than you are today. But you were also so curious, pensive, and reflective. You threw yourself into difficult discussions about culture, equity, and race. You never shied away from these conversations, and you handled them with a grace and thoughtfulness well beyond your years. And when I closed my eyes and really imagined your group sitting in front of me here, I recalled what I consider to be your most impressive quality. To me, your great strength was always in your ability to be and work together. And as separated as you may feel now, it was always your camaraderie, your fellowship that was so endearing. Yes, it was high school. There were groups and cliques and bonds that are shared with some and not with all. But when push came to shove, when a task needed to be accomplished, you always pulled together. Ask any teacher about the meticulous science of making groups for a class project. Creating functional groups is a tedious and mind-numbing task, but rarely with you. Never in my career have I had an easier time forming groups than I did with you. And that is a testament to all of you. Now let me say that I wish you were able to have the ceremony that you and your families deserve. But here we are, in an empty classroom, in living rooms and dining rooms and on decks and porches, with families sitting next to us, and with family, friends, and OWL staff watching from afar. Today you are graduating. Physically separated, yes, but together as a community. Class of 2020, history found you. History has called you out. You have been given the gift of adversity. There must have been some cosmic forces at play when it was decided that it would be your group to experience this adversity, because you've proven to me that you are equipped for it. You are a competent, compassionate group. You're with it. The last 3 months have no doubt strengthened your character. Going forward, you will have a greater appreciation for the simple things, like dine-in restaurants, hugs, and even haircuts. You'll be more committed in your service endeavors, which you will undoubtedly continue to pursue. You'll be better students, employees, bosses, friends, significant others, and parents, because you have faced adversity and come out on the other side. Continue to be curious, to learn, to do what is right, and continue to lean on one another as you make this world a better place for all of us. And we need you now more than ever. As I stand here and imagine all of your 9th grade faces sitting in front of me, let me say it has been a great honor for me to be able to speak to you as a group one last time. Class of 2020, thank you, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon.
I'm very excited to be introducing my mom, Tammy Plowman.
It's hard to believe that I am the parent of an 18-year-old, but here we are at graduation 2020. Lucas, I've been blessed by having the opportunity to watch you grow from an incredibly cute child into a grown man. It seems like only yesterday I watched you board the charter bus at our housing compound in China as you head into your first day of EC3 with Miss Henny. Your independence was already obvious at 3 years old. On that day, you left your EC3 classroom to walk to the other end of the building to Mom's office to ask how much longer before it's time to go home. Even though you had only been in this country for a few weeks, didn't speak Mandarin yet, or know your way around a massive school, you didn't let that stand in your way. You were going to pay Mom a visit. But things didn't go quite according to plan. Mrs. Osterlin, the elementary principal, stopped you in the hall and brought you back to her office, and the two of you called me. When you heard my voice, you cried a little, then sorted yourself out and went back to class. You've always been an independent child, one that will ask for guidance from Dad and I, but then take that advice and give it a little Lucas twist so it's still done your way. Some part of me wonders if this early formative experience in your life didn't somehow set you up for success right now. After 14 years abroad, our family decided to move back to Minnesota in 2016 to provide Lucas, Henry, and Oliver a chance to get to know their home country a little better and be closer to immediate family. Luckily, we found OWL and this vibrant, caring, creative learning community. This group of seniors have shared many memories over the last few years. They came together as a group to clean the brush from Will Seeger's home whilst on the grade 12 class trip to Ely. They rode on a bus to Boston and New York for a first ever class trip, choir trip, and they made their mark on the athletic field when they swept the state ultimate championship. Graduation this year looks a little bit different than what you had planned. I know you really wanted to walk across the stage at O'Shaughnessy Auditorium with family and friends cheering you on. You wanted to throw your cap joyously into the air afterwards as a class. We've all been challenged during this global pandemic by missing our favorite restaurants or by having food insecurity, with boredom for some of us, grief and loss for others. But for you, class of 2020, I'd rather focus on what you've gained. You gained your independence, maybe sooner than you would have liked, but here you are at graduation. You've made it to this day and this important milestone of your high school graduation and what could be arguably the most difficult conditions for learning faced in a generation, yet here you are. You've adapted to leverage your technology skills to stay connected and build relationships at a distance using text, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. You've completed your last semester of high school doing distance learning, and for the first time in history, AP exams were taken from home. During these weeks, many of us felt alone, yet you continued to love and care for each other, and here you are, together as one crew, and I couldn't be prouder of you all as your school mom. It may seem to you that it's taken forever to reach this point. It happened all too quickly for me. I'll admit it saddens me to see your senior year end during this pandemic. At times, I think I'm more sad about the way your senior year is ending than you are. If ever there was a group of people who were ready to face adversity and uncertainty, it would be you, class of 2020. Be the class that commenced a new way forward. Never forget your OWL family, and always know that I'm one of your biggest fans. Lucas and the class of 2020, you got this.
Hello everyone in class of 2020. I hope all of you guys have been doing okay and have been staying safe in these difficult times. I want to thank everyone who has joined our virtual graduation, family, friends, teachers, staff. We all really appreciate your support that you guys are giving us here today. I want to start off by saying to the class of 2020, I know none of us expected to finish off school like this and graduate like this. And I also know that most of us have heard other classes made fun of us for graduating like this. But despite all of that, I think we are still truly the best class there is out there. And now, I think we're also definitely the strongest one. I want to also thank a few people that I think deserve to be thanked and appreciated. They are important people that have been in my school life and my personal life. And I want to start off with Tian, my wonderful and humorous crew leader. Tian, I want to thank you for having me in your crew for these past 4 years, I believe. For being a very trusting person and making me feel comfortable to share my personal problems with you and not feeling judged. Thank you for letting me vent to you all the time about how much I despise math. And thank you for being
a very caring and open-minded crew leader, not just to me, but to our whole crew. So thank you for just being you. I also want to give a special shout out to my crew. Thank you guys for all of the wonderful and funny and crazy memories we've all made together. I know we gave Tian a headache a lot of times, but it was always a really fun time with you guys, and I'll miss you guys a lot, and I'm going to be taking all of those fun memories with me. So thank you, crew, for all of what you've offered. Moving on, I want to thank Dave, our amazing principal. Dave, you've been a really great help to me and my mom when we needed to solve bigger school issues that we had. You've been a really great help with that, and thank you for letting me pull you into the dance area for the Dia de los Muertos event to dance with everybody else. That was a really fun time, and I also love the food you contributed to that event as well. So just thank you for all of that. Speaking of food, I want to thank our lovely and loyal lunch ladies, Brenda and Lori. They deserve to be appreciated. I think they are a little bit underappreciated sometimes. So if we're going back to school next year, make sure to show them some love because they deserve it. They provide our food and make it, and they deserve it. I also want to thank any friends that I had in high school. By that I mean friends that I was really close with back in the beginning, friends that I'm close with still now. Every friendship that I made in high school has been a great friendship, and I'm going to be taking all those great memories with me as I move on forward. So thank you for being a great friend and allowing me to create a friendship with you. And lastly, I want to thank my parents. They are the most important people in my life alongside of my little brother. Thank you, parents, for being a balancing support system when it came to me and my schoolwork and everything else, really. Mama, thank you for pushing me to do better and for believing that I have potential to do great things and for loving me endlessly. And Papa, thank you for being the easy parent when it came to school, for letting me stay in at home whenever I didn't feel like going to school or when I woke up late and you provided me a ride to school. Thank you for all of that, and thank you for also loving me endlessly. I love the both of you very much, and I hope you know that I appreciate everything you've done for me. And Mom and Dad, I can finally say that I graduated high school.
Until this year, I looked back on 7th grade with scorn and contempt. I was a very loud, impulsive student with low self-awareness and a conflicting sense of identity. Who was I going to be? I can't remember having any set aspirations. My life in 2014 revolved around the shows I watched, the forums that I frequented online, and the people I hung out with. I didn't have nearly the kinds of hobbies or interests that I have today. But this year, I found new pride in the year that I was least proud of. In 7th grade, I discovered new passion that I didn't know I had. I took Spanish for the first time, and I know how cliché this sounds, but it changed my entire worldview. I learned so much more about myself and what I'm capable of and what interests me. I learned how everything is tied to language and how language can connect you to people you would otherwise never meet. Since 7th grade, I've worked my way up to AP Spanish, as well as greatly expanding my vocabulary in languages like Circassian, Arabic, Russian, and Hmong. Although I still only consider myself properly conversational in English and in Spanish, I would never have found this passion or capability within myself had it not been for the class I took in 7th grade. There's an Azerbaijani proverb, "Evvel düşün, sonra danış." Think first, then speak. Before I properly reflected upon my 7th grade year and how it has truly been one of the most formative years of my life, I couldn't see beyond the negative memories I had pre-assigned to it. But once I took the time to see the true value present within the year, I'm able to fully understand how Open World shaped me and prepared me for the future. To all my friends, thank you for supporting me and removing any doubts from my mind that my passions can be both nerdy and cool. To my teachers and the rest of the faculty at Open World, thank you for showing me what I'm capable of by challenging me at every turn. To my crew leader, Luke, thank you for providing me and the rest of Luke's Loons with a place to be ourselves and helping us all out in ways other teachers couldn't. To Dave, thank you for making OWL a school which inhibits the traditional and embraces the progressive and experimental. To my parents, thank you endlessly for letting your son be himself and for supporting him every step of the way. There's no chance that I could have made it this far without any of you. And Yaye, you're here in spirit. Thank you, Open World.
Hello, my name is Nicholas. I'd like to talk about change. We all change throughout our lifetimes. Some may say they haven't changed, but to everyone else they have. Perhaps they have just haven't noticed. The point is that we all are at different places than when we started to walk down this road called life. The choices that we make affect how we change and what path we go down, whether it's the right path or the wrong path. It's up for you to decide and not for me to judge. Neither will alone nor strength alone is enough to accomplish what we want to change. My hope is that all of you have had the support you needed to change in a positive way. I've noticed that I was going down a path I didn't want to end up on, and it took a close friend for me to realize the changes I needed to make to follow a better path towards a more prospective future. And if I didn't make that changes really needed, but in order to do what was needed, I needed to turn back down the path I was heading down and make up for my mistakes I made. I learned to live up to my mistakes and not blame them on others, and how to make up for them. It's these type of people who help shape us and change us into who we are. And it's not always easy for us to change, but once we do change, hopefully it's for everyone here will always be for the better. I can't tell you if I changed for the better or not, but in these 4 years I have noticed great change among this class, from people who already talked to each other and to other people who made connections with each other as seniors. I hope that we will always still hear about each other and stay connected as our graduates. Now I would like to take a second to appreciate 2 people who have shaped me and pushed me and supported me to make the positive changes that made me who I am today. So thank you, Dad, and thank you, my godmother. You have both shaped me into the man I am today. So I ask my fellow graduates to never stop changing and evolving.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lucas. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. And of course, hello, class of 2020. Growing up, I always thought it was so cool to tell everyone that I would be graduating in 2020. What a cool number. Way cooler than 2021, 2022, 2023. I could go on. The truth is, I'm proud to be graduating with you today. We have all come so far, but just remember at one point we were all hanging out in diapers. Though we may not be together today or tomorrow, I know we are together in spirit. After all, we have those cool lawn signs so everybody driving by knows we did it. Isn't that neat? Jokes aside, the lawn signs are very tasteful and I'm happy that I have one. Of course, this wouldn't be a proper sappy graduation speech if I didn't thank the people who've helped me along the way. I know that I joke around a lot, but I've needed a lot of support during high school. During my transition from female to male, the entire OWL community has been endlessly caring and has made me feel so very supported. One instance that sticks out to me in particular is when I sent my very first coming out email to all of my teachers begging for their support and acceptance. This may not seem like a super big deal, but it was monumental for me. In the years that have followed, I've started hormone treatment and I've even had top surgery. Throughout all of these changes, the OWL staff have been there for me. Thank you. On the topic of being endlessly supportive and caring, my parents. Both of you have worked so hard to raise me and my brothers, teaching us the importance of love and kindness above all else. Mom, you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders like it's just another one of your atrocious handbags. When people tell me I'm a kind and compassionate friend, I tell them that it comes straight from you. And Dad, it's easy to see where my brains come from. You are one of the smartest people I've ever met, and I've met quite a lot of smart people. You've fostered my love of learning, and that's something that I'll carry with me for life. Thank you, and I love you. Now, let's all pretend that I've said something meaningful, and you can burst into applause. If this was a normal graduation, I'm sure that there would be roses thrown at the stage, and people would be asking for my autograph right about now. But since this isn't a normal graduation, I can only hope for the best. Thank you, class of 2020. Let's go change the world. All done.
cho mà nghe tâm hồn này chẳng để lặng lẽ. Thương cho xót mẹ thôi thì mặc phận đời mình chơi vơi. Để Mỹ nói cho mà nghe Tết năm nay Mỹ vẫn còn trẻ. Xuân đang tới rồi nên Mỹ cũng muốn đi chơi. Này là mình đi theo giấc mơ sớm mai gọi mời, nơi vòng tay ấm em chẳng rơi. Hoa ban trắng nở đầy con bạn nọ, hương sắc còn chưa phai. Đời mình đâu có mấy vui cớ sao lại buồn, biết ngày mai chẳng đến nay tròn buông. Em không bắt qua bao rời rồi, tiếc không một đời than côi. Để mình cho mà nghe, để mình nói cho mà nghe. Mình nói con trẻ. Nói qua đi. Này là mình đi theo giấc mơ sớm mai gọi mời, nơi vòng tay ấm em chẳng rơi. Hoa ban trắng nở đầy con bạn nọ, hương sắc còn chưa phai. Đời mình đâu có mấy vui cớ sao lại buồn, biết ngày mai chẳng đến nay tròn buông. Em không bắt qua bao rời rồi, tiếc không một đời than côi. Để mình nói cho mà nghe. Để mình nói cho mà nghe.
Good evening, Open World Learning Community, friends and family near and far. Saludos a mi familia mexicana. My name is Micah Gundio, 2020 graduate and AL student since 2013. It has been said that the difference between school and life is that in school you're taught a lesson and then given a test. In life, you're given a test that teaches you a lesson. However, I beg to differ. At AL, the heart of our learning is experiential. This means we are taught lessons by doing. And then there are some lessons that, although unintentional, we definitely learn from. For example, I remember during our sophomore year when Tim promised a short 2-hour max canoe trip at Camp du Nord that ended up taking the whole day, leaving us exhausted and beaten up. What that trip taught me was 1, I need to prepare for the unexpected and be adaptable. And 2, when Tim says short, think marathon and run the other way. But honestly, my high school career has been defined by snapshots of service, of cause and effect and positive impact for the greater good. At AL, our student voices are heard. At AL, we are free to be ourselves. At AL, we are crew, not passengers. One of the most powerful experiences for me was the choir trip we took to the East Coast my junior year. We were welcomed by communities in Queens, New York, Dorchester, Massachusetts, and Greenfield, Massachusetts, where we sang and made connections with other expeditionary learning students. This collaborative spirit is part of our school's philosophy. A byproduct of the trip was being able to take in a Broadway play, to find my great-grandpa's journey at Ellis Island, and deepen connections with my classmates. Another life-changing experience for me was participating in the school service to Outward Bound Base Camp in Ely, Minnesota. I was fortunate to be able to work with Will Steger, environmental activist and leader. Our task in Ely was to clear this brush and haul wood. It was very physical work, but Will Steger awed me with his work ethics and patience. Sometimes I may not have liked an experience at the time, but reflecting upon it helped me recognize how empowering it really is. This is the feeling that I will take with me in college and beyond. All of these amazing experiences would not have been possible without the hard work of the AL staff. Thank you. Being the principal's kid, I know how much effort and dedication goes into making all these experiences happen for all of us. And it does not go unappreciated. Dad, aka Principal Dave, I know your job is 24/7. You are the kind of guy that gives up your boots in the dead of winter to help an AL family after a fire. I couldn't believe that frigid day that you came home barefoot. The best thing about it is you never brag or tell anyone about all the good you do. You just do it because you live compassion. You may not often get a break, but your dedication to create amazing lifelong experiences for students is well worth it. You practice what you preach, and I admire you for that. Thank you. Thank yous go out to my mom, my crew leader, Tim, and all of my friends. Congratulations, class of 2020. Don't forget to register to vote.
I would like to start with a quote. Quote, "Once you comprehend the threat an educated black man poses to the global system of white supremacy, you can understand why the educational system as an institution is designed to suppress and even alienate the mental elevation of the African American child." End quote. Dear friends, family, administration, and anyone else who is with us today, we come together to recognize and to congratulate the class of 2020. This journey of high school hasn't been easy for any of us. Some of us have faced institutional barriers, others interpersonal conflict, and all sorts of difficulties in between. Whatever we have faced along the way, we have shown tremendous persistence as we continuously adapt and grow, becoming young adults. I say this not only to commend the seniors, but also as a word of advice to those who are still currently on this journey. Use your voice. It is the most powerful thing you will ever have. Stay curious, speak up, and question authority. I've built a platform for voice, not only for me, but for my peers around me, and I highly encourage you to do the same. For me, this has come through many forms. I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to work with low-income youth through the Science Museum of Minnesota and work on changing the SPPS curriculum to better represent us, the student body, on behalf of the Student Engagement and Advancement Board. I'd like to thank these communities, for I would not be up here speaking with you today if it wasn't for them, and I truly hope everyone else are able to find similar platforms. Find communities that uplift your voice along with those around you, for these communities will help you overcome barriers and flourish throughout high school and whatever you decide to do afterwards. Lastly, I could not end without thanking my mom. Mom, thank you for carrying me, raising me, and helping me grow into the young adult I aspire to become. Thank you for immersing me into countless communities that continue to support me throughout my journey onwards into college. And thank you for being my mom. I love you. Once again, thank you to the OWL community and congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Grace. I'm a senior at OWL. I've been here since 6th grade. So true to the stereotype that you Chicago students only ever talk about philosophy, something I never thought would apply to me, I'm going to discuss The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. We read it in Kevin's class, so if you hate philosophy, please direct that at him and not me. Kidding, Kevin. The very abbreviated story of Sisyphus is a Greek myth about a man who is punished in the afterlife to push a boulder up a hill, but when he almost reaches the top, the boulder rolls back down and he must repeat this task for eternity. It seems a pretty bleak eternity. However, Camus argues that Sisyphus finds meaning in this repetition, that the descent to start again, quote, can also take place in joy, end quote. Our endless tasks are not joyless. School is the endless task that we celebrate the end of today. In all its game-like glory, it seemed, especially during the pandemic, futile. Ultimately, life is a game. We have to jump through hoops and follow certain paths to achieve our desired results. This philosophy can be pretty bleak, but one of the most important things I learned in high school is that just because life is a series of tasks to be fulfilled doesn't mean we can't find joy in them. Take your e-work or your podcast or whatever crazy project your teacher dreamt up and find joy in it. Maybe it's creating something that you want to create, taking it in a new direction, or even just getting way too into the design of an imaginary city. However, sometimes the mundane is infinite in the moment. This is when, especially now, we need to turn to each other for joy. Our people can bring us joy when we are unable to find it in our endless tasks. Thank you to my friends, teachers, and most especially my parents for bringing me joy during my endless task. Camus wrote, "The struggle itself towards the heights is enough to fill a man's heart." And I agree. It is the process in which we must find joy, and I hope to take that with me far into the future. Thank you.
When it was finally announced that we would be having a graduation over Zoom, I thought, how perfect. No, really, how perfect is that? Our class, the OWL class of 2020, has gone through some cosmically comical experiences together. I mean, from being Nora's 7th grade ELA guinea pigs to being the last class that remembers climbing 16 flights of stairs just to get to math class every morning. Our time together has been kind of remarkable. My favorite class memory is us unintentionally scarring Kevin with all of our semi-morbid short stories in 6th grade. Ever since middle school, I always knew we were going to go out with some type of bang, but this was way more of a bang than I was expecting. But we will make the most of it, as we always have. I'd like to believe that this is just another thing for us to overcome, that we'll come out stronger on the other side. Speaking of, I'd like to take a minute to recognize the strength and perseverance of our class as a whole and as individuals. In this room are people who are going to shape and change the world just as we've changed open world learning in our time here. Every accomplishment we've achieved here, every racquetball win, every History Day medal, and every eWork assignment are only a small percentage of what we'd yet to do. So, on behalf of all of our class, I'd like to thank all of the teachers who are here. We are all a product of your hard work and dedication, and I feel lucky to have been guided under you. I want to thank Dave for pushing us to be greater and greater every year, and I want to thank Elba for doing so much for us in the small time that we got to know her. Last of all, though, I'd like to thank my classmates for all the memories, lessons, and friendships I'll take with me after high school. I am beyond proud of everyone here, and the world better get ready for all of the greatness that's going to be unleashed upon it.
Director Marchese, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2020. As principal of Open World Learning Community, I affirm to you that each student who receives his or her diploma tonight has met or exceeded the requirements for a high school diploma as determined by the state of Minnesota, the Board of Education for the St. Paul Public Schools, and Open World Learning Community. I present the St. Paul Public Schools Open World Learning Community Class of 2020.
To the OWL Class of 2020, by the power vested in me, by the State of Minnesota, and by the Board of Education of Independent School District 625, I hereby confer upon each of you the high school diploma with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations, graduates.
This is the OWL roll call, the announcement of graduates. And because we have a tradition at OWL of cheering loudly after each graduate is announced, I will provide a few seconds between each name for raucous cheering. Let's begin. Emmy Stiefel Alprin. Grace Bellamy. Aaron Belmaris. Henry Bowring McDonough. Shayla Brooks. Jedi Casas. Annette Chautla Saustegi. Esai Cueto Remedios. Abby Davis. Eponine Diata. Jack Goodrich. Madeline Gray. Micah Gundale. Thomas Hobday. Jayana Keenan. Tu Kimsey. Amarius A.J. LeSure. Lauren Mitchell. Noah Morris. Promise Mua. Tadabi O'Gorman. Stephanie Oriana, Nicholas Osweiler, Eric Perez Fuentes, Lucas Plowman, Akitsali Quiros, Efren Ramirez Cannon, Malachi Raymond, Victoria Razor Kessel, Jacob Rohde, Connor Scott, Kamora Shambly, Catherine Sayers, Mercutio Tackle, Caden Tarno, Ku Vang, Lu Vang, Margaret Windingstad, Chutima Zhang, Jay Zhang, Kong Peng Yang, Pao Yang, and finally Milo Zimmerman Benz.
Okay, go. Like family pictures here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That didn't work. Congratulations on 5, okay? Well, no, you're just gonna say congratulations and then you throw it. Yep. All right, get those caps back on, looking pretty good. This is gonna be the last one. We can do it. We got this. All right, get in that camera. Micah, wait, Micah's not there. He's not in position yet. Hurry up, Micah. Okay. Go, Dave. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Congratulations!
Congratulations to Open World Learning Community graduating class of 2020. I am so proud of each and every one of you. I miss you, I love you, and I wish you the very best on all your future endeavors. Congratulations!
Congratulations, seniors, all class of 2020. We miss all of you, and I wish you the best of luck in the next journey of your life.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hi, class of 2020. I just wanted to say congratulations. I'm so proud of all of you, and I can't wait to see what your futures hold. Owl just won't be the same without you.
Congratulations, seniors. I miss you, and I wish you the very best.
Congratulations on your graduation. I hope the dreams for your future come true.
Congratulations, seniors, and best of luck.
Hey seniors, just want to say congratulations. I know you are each going to go out into the world and do such amazing things. I can't wait to see what you do. We are so proud of you.
Hey everybody, it's Kevin, your teacher. I'm here to wish you a congratulations. I miss you all. I got back in my classroom today to get some final things, and it's lonely here without you. But I know all of you will be great, and I wish you nothing but the best in all of your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Seniors, you did it. I miss you. I'm proud of you. Congratulations!
Congratulations, seniors. I'm so proud of you. Remember to come back to OWL and say hello to all of us. Best of luck.
OWL class of 2020. Congratulations and best of luck in all your future endeavors.
Hey seniors, I really miss you guys, and I'm so sorry we can't be together today, but I'm really proud of you and all you've accomplished at OWL. Congratulations.
Shout out to the class of 2020!
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it!
Hello, seniors. I can't believe that we're almost to the finish line. I am so proud of all of you for getting to this point under such difficult circumstances. This is going to make you stronger, though. I'm going to miss you, so keep in touch.
Class of 2020, congratulations. Don't forget to follow your dreams. The staff at OWL here are very proud of you, and we will always try to support you in the future.
Hey, class of 2020, congratulations and good luck. I'm really going to miss you.
Hey, class of 2020. I wanted to remind you guys to always look for the positive in all of your situations and go out there and tackle the world. We'll miss you guys.
Hey seniors, it's been an honor to teach you guys over the last few years, some of you guys in 6th grade. I'm incredibly proud of you. We'll miss you already, and congratulations and good luck.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you well in the future.
Congratulations. I am so proud of you, and I am so excited for what the future will bring.
Congratulations, seniors. Class of 2020, we are so proud of you. Good luck in your future, and we miss you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You are important, you are awesome, and you are resilient. Those 3 things will carry you far. I wish you good health, happiness, and success in your new beginnings. I know that you will be making the world a better place as you leave OWL. I miss you. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You guys are the best.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You made it.
Yo, 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 class of 2020. Congratulations. You did it. Give yourself a pat on the back. We will miss you at OWL, but we wish you all the best of luck with your next future endeavors. And make sure you make every day, every moment count. Give it your best.
Congratulations, seniors. I hope you have a great year next year. I'm going to miss working with you. Good luck.
To the graduating class of 2020 from Open World Learning, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. A heartfelt congratulations, and may the wind be always at your back.
Hello, my lovely seniors. I miss you guys so much. I am so proud of you, and I wish you guys all the best for your very, very bright futures. Congrats.
Congratulations, OWL Seniors Class of 2020. You did it. Nice job. We'll miss you.
Congrats, seniors. You should be really proud of yourself.
Congratulations, seniors. I'm going to miss you, but I'm so proud of you guys. Go out in the world and do amazing things.
Congratulations, OWL graduates. My hope for you is that you are able to find meaning and purpose in these extraordinary times. May you find your life's work and relationships that sustain you. And may you always remember the crew that is here for you whenever you need us.
Hi, class of 2020. I am so incredibly proud of you, and I feel so fortunate that I got to teach so many of you. You are a very kind and intelligent and resilient class, and you're going to go out and do some incredible and amazing things. Please come back and visit us here at OWL. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, OWL class of 2020. Take pride in your accomplishments. Always remember all the light we cannot see, and carry on.
Congratulations to OWL's class of 2020. Can't wait to see the wonderful things you guys do in your future.
Congratulations, seniors. You've done it. I'm so proud of the work that you've done. I am so sorry that we had to finish our year this way, but I want you to know that you are going to do great things in the world. I'm going to tell you that these doors here at OWL are always going to be open for you. And I also want you to remember that we are all crew, and you will always be the crew of OWL. Thank you very much, and I wish you the very best.